All right, here we go. Look out! Oh, my goodness! Post up! Oh, my, baby. Oh, baby! Monkey! Unbelievable! Ian Hill with the explosion! In your face, Admiral. Check him out.
We tip off our show by taking you into the action with all the fun and thrills from All-Star Weekend in New York City. All-Star Saturday kicked off with the NBA Team-Up celebration at Madison Square Garden.
Welcome to my house. This is my house, New York. What's up? I'm so pumped up right now, it's ridiculous. I'm trying to control myself, trying to show some composure, but I'm ready to go.
The event honored kids for their participation in community service, including some special youngsters from New York.
Way to go, New York!
Then came Nestle Crunch All-Star 2-Ball, which included WNBA stars Rebecca Lobo and Lisa Leslie.
What's your game plan?
Our game plan is to watch all the other teams go and check out which one has the best game plan, and then
pick that one.
Houston's team with Cynthia Cooper and Clyde Drexler made it to the finals, along with Utah's Tammy Reese and Karl Malone.
This is going to be close.
Yes, the contest was close, but Houston pulled out a hard-fought victory.
Drexler. Oh! Houston will be the inaugural All-Star 2-Ball champion.
I'm Cynthia Cooper,
Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets.
and we are ecstatic to be the first Nestle Crunch 2-Ball champion.
The Schick rookie game featured some of the game's brightest young stars. And the Western Conference team got off to a quick start, led by Denver Nugget guard Bobby Jackson.
And there's another field goal for Dave DeBusschere's team.
But the East squad refused to quit. They'd come roaring back in the second half.
Yeah, East, let's go, baby.
The East team was now taking it right to the West team.
Thomas shows that jam up over the top.
We back in the game, baby.
He's a big point guard, strong, fires three, good.
The East won it by 5 behind MVPs Adrunas Ilgauskas.
Ilgauskas on the follow, slams it down.
All right, E. All right, E. Good job out there, baby.
The AT&T Shootout was the final event, and it looked as if the Mavericks' Hubert Davis would reign supreme.
He's going for all-time best right now. Oh, my. Hubert Davis, money ball. Got it. That is impressive.
But Utah's Jeff Hornacek was crowned champion of the 13th AT&T Shootout as his kids cheered him on.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah, he's rolling. He is rolling. I guess we can clarify this and say he is now on fire.
Now we take you back into the action with a look at highlights from the 1998 NBA All-Star Game.
Live from the place where the neon lights are bright and there's always magic in the air, New York City has 24 of the world's greatest athletes getting ready to do battle.
Nah, but y'all know who's gonna put on the show for real? Tell me. Number 8, put on the show for the whole world to see.
The game was headlined by Kobe Bryant, the youngest All-Star in NBA history, and his heiress, Michael Jordan.
Here is Michael Jordan, spins to the paint, first shot of the All-Star Game's good for Michael.
Kobe was not intimidated by Jordan as he scored early and often.
Kobe's first All-Star hoop. Takes the quick inbound pass, and his shot rattles out. Here comes Bryant ahead of the field, reverse slam.
And Kobe continued to shine with his dazzling play.
And here comes Bryant, puts it on the floor. Hits Garnett, lead pass high, lob. Bryant slams it down. That is 6 for Kobe.
This battle for league supremacy was being waged between the 19-year-old from Los Angeles and the legendary Michael Air Jordan.
Count it, plus the foul for Jordan, who now has 8.
You're forcing the threes a little bit. Your legs are a little stiff. Your legs aren't into it yet. Play the basketball game like you know how.
But there was no stopping MJ, who lit up the West from the outside.
He's on fire.
Late in the first half, the East went on a 9-0 run. And with Steve Smith leading the charge, the East took a 9-point lead into halftime.
I think I'm looking at the better basketball team. than that team over there, from what I know about basketball. But I think you got to be a little more serious on your offensive togetherness. Take the game a little more serious, you know, with a little more intensity in the game. And I think the flow will happen offensively, and you rebound and playing up and down the court. Have some pride and go get one, guys. Come on.
West Side.
When the second half began, the Western Conference came out soaring as they delighted the fans with some spectacular dunks. And Kobe continued to shine with some more incredible moves.
How about that, Tim?
Only could put it back in play. Back to Bryant for the running hook shot. Good for Kobe Bryant. And that brings the crowd to its feet. Back into his hands from Jordan. Spitz runs the floor. Beautiful behind the back. Oh, showtime for Spitz.
What a great pass.
But it was MJ who stole the spotlight.
Michael eyes the floor. Swings around Kidd. Spins now toward off the glass. Beautiful. Field goal for Michael Jordan.
Led by Jordan's 23 points, the East beat the West.
There's one star who is the star of stars tonight. I'm only going to allow him to have his trophy if he promises to come back and do it again. The MVP, Michael Jordan.
Jordan earned MVP honors for the third time in his career.
When I first came here, I didn't know what to expect playing in an all-star game. I just wanted to fit in. Now I know what to expect, and I'm just trying to fight off all the young guys.
Coming up next, we'll take you back into the action, where the Indiana Pacers have the best record in the Eastern Conference. And later, we'll see why the Seattle Sonics are the best in the West.
Good! What a shot by Vinny!
The best part about my game, I definitely say, is the speed. Speed.
For the very best in security, 13178. That's 131178. Open 7 days for your convenience.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now, a look back at the first half of the season as we head into the action in the Central Division, starting with the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers have played great team basketball this season. And at the All-Star break, it's Indiana with the best record in the Eastern Conference.
Good find.
Inside the rim on a terrific pass from Chris Muller.
You know, we're finally believing in ourselves. Coach Bird has been responsible for that. He's been very positive right from the start.
Bird's first year as head coach has been a huge success, but he gives all the credit to his team.
I'm proud of them guys. Nobody thought they could have a record like this, and they've worked very hard for it.
Miller has a good look at it. Miller wins it for Indiana.
The Chicago Bulls are just a half game back of Indiana in the Central. They're once again led by Michael Jordan and a now healthy Scottie Pippen.
3-on-2 with Jordan in the middle of it. This is to Pippen.
We finally starting to play good team basketball. We think we got some guys who are starting to improve.
Luke Longley's one of those players who's improved greatly.
Pippen into Longley, and Longley slams it.
This is the best season I've put together. I'm playing, some of my strongest basketball.
The reserves have also come up huge for the Bulls.
Bushler contributes.
The Charlotte Hornets are in third place in the Central Division. At 29-19, they're 5.5 games in back of the leaders, the Pacers and Bulls. The Atlanta Hawks are just percentage points behind the Hornets. They're also 5.5 games back in fourth place. They're followed by the Cleveland Cavaliers, Milwaukee Bucks, Detroit Pistons, and Toronto Raptors. All right, now we take you back into the action. This time in the Atlantic Division. We begin with the red-hot Miami Heat. The Atlantic Division winners from last season are on top once again. And this season, they've gotten a huge spark from Ike Austin and all-star point guard Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway gets it off in time. And
we got solid players, good young group of hungry players, and I think we can go, pretty far if we just, stay to the plan.
Ike Austin stepped up in a big way while superstar Alonzo Mourning was injured.
Right now, I think we probably as confident as we want to be right now. And there's always room for improvement, but the more you win, the more confidence you get.
The surprise team in the Atlantic has to be the New Jersey Nets, who are in second place in the division. The Nets are anchored by their all-star center, Jason Williams.
Perfect pass. Jason Williams hammers it home.
We'll make the playoffs this year, and hopefully advance in the playoffs. But I think we're just about 1 or 2 pieces away from completing the puzzle that we need to get to the championship.
And a huge piece of that puzzle has already been filled by rookie sensation Keith Van Horn.
You know, I think this organization is definitely on its way up. You know, I think Jason does a great job for us in center. I think we're doing pretty well.
The New York Knicks are in 3rd place in the Atlantic Division, just a game behind the Nets and 4.5 back of the Heat. The Washington Wizards are in 4th place, while the Orlando Magic are in 5th. The Boston Celtics are in 6th, followed by the Philadelphia 76ers. Time for Hot Shots, where we look at one of the best performances from the first half of the season. The Clippers' Brett Barry had the task of defending Michael Jordan, but on this night, there was just no stopping him.
Oh, look at this. Michael. Oh, yeah. He hammered that one down.
Coach Bill Fitch searched for answers, but Michael was simply too much for the Clippers.
6, MJ. Oh, yeah. Count it. And the foul.
Jordan got hotter as the game went along, and in the 4th quarter, he delivered in crunch time.
Again. Did it again. He's at 4. To the lane. Oh, yeah.
Jordan on Taylor.
Oh, 47.
Well, the Michael Jordan show.
He's just too good, Ralph. He's just too good.
You know, when he gets it going like that, you can't stop him with any one man, and we tried to get 2 to him a couple times. We got a few deflections and a couple balls away from him, but we didn't get the job done.
The Bulls defeated the Clippers 111-102 in double overtime as Michael scored 49 points in 52 minutes of play. Michael Jordan leads the NBA in scoring, while Utah's Karl Malone is 2nd. Sacramento's Mitch Richmond's 3rd. Milwaukee's Glenn Robinson's 4th, and San Antonio's David Robinson is in 5th place.
Where are these neighbors going? E! knows. For your weekly fix of showbiz gossip, E! News, 8 o'clock Tuesday.
Now it's time for the best Spalding ball handling performance from the first half of the season. Here once again is Los Angeles Laker phenom Kobe Bryant.
He changes direction with a beautiful, beautiful play under the score. Oh, wow. He hung that man out to dry. That's 2 points.
Now, that's how you get your ankles broke.
Now we go back into the action in the Western Conference. We begin with a look at the Pacific Division leading Seattle Sonics. Thanks to all-star Ben Baker, Seattle's rolling, and they're once again serious championship contenders.
Great feed to Baker, 1 dribble and up for a 2-handed jam.
We have a great continuity going on our team right now. We complement each other, love playing with each other.
The ball picked up off the floor by the glove, spins across midcourt, over to Denham, no look, flip to Benny, lays it up and in on the break.
All we have to do is stay together, and we're going to give ourselves the best opportunity to win a title if we can do that this year.
Drops it low to Baker with 5 for the game. The shot! He got it with 3 seconds remaining in the game.
Shaquille O'Neal's finally healthy, but the Laker that's attracting the most attention is his explosive teammate, guard Kobe Bryant.
Here's Kobe driving underneath, throws it back over his head and in, basket count. What a play! The rebound to Rattler. Rattler's going to have it stolen by Kobe. He did under the Shaq. Slam dunk. Great steal.
Nice play by Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe's helped to lead one of the NBA's best offenses. Now in his 2nd year, Bryant's averaging 18 points, and he's one of the fastest rising stars. Kobe's Lakers are in 2nd place in the Pacific, just 2 games in back of the Sonics, who lead the division with the best record in the NBA. The Phoenix Suns are one of the biggest surprise teams in the league. They're in 3rd place. The Portland Trailblazers are in 4th, while the Sacramento Kings are in 5th. The Los Angeles Clippers and Golden State Warriors round out the Pacific Division. Now let's go back into the action in the Midwest Division, where the San Antonio Spurs are back on top. San Antonio has received a huge lift from rookie Tim Duncan, who along with David Robinson make up the Spurs' Twin Towers.
Robinson! A one-handed rip on the alley-oop. Boy, that opened up wide right down the gut for a Duncan flush.
Tim is, I think, one of the best rebounders in the league already. He's a natural, and he enjoys going after the ball. He's got great timing. David's always been a great rebounder, so we're fortunate to have two guys that are going to do that every night for us.
One fake goes up, jams it, just flushes it with two hands.
Then there's the always tough Jazz.
Oh, nice pass. And Malone with an equally nice block. He triggers it to Hornacek. Down the lane, and it's good.
Utah's another high-flying team in the Midwest. And if they're to get back to the finals, they'll need another MVP performance from Karl Malone.
Karl Malone back to Stockton. He's there for the left-hand layup. Good. Malone to Stockton. The old reversal.
Beautiful pass by Karl Malone. Keep delivering.
You know, we run a lot of our plays for him, and he's just so proficient at what he does. It's amazing.
The Jazz are in second place, trailing the Spurs by just a game and a half in the Midwest Division. The young and exciting Minnesota Timberwolves continue to improve in the standings. They're in third place, while the Houston Rockets are in fourth. The Vancouver Grizzlies, who were on a roll just before the All-Star break, are in fifth. They're followed by the Dallas Mavericks and Denver Nuggets. Time to log on to NBA.com, where we check in on the return of three superstars. The Phoenix Suns welcome back their three-time All-Star point guard Kevin Johnson, who had missed 30 games after recovering from knee surgery. Recently, he saw his first action in almost 2 months against the Philadelphia 76ers. KJ scored just 6 points in 20 minutes. But in New Jersey, KJ returned to his classic form.
Off and running. Here comes Phoenix. Kevin Johnson straight to the rim. The floating layup off the window.
The Orlando Magic also had reason for celebration as Penny Hardaway returned to the lineup.
Over to Hardaway. Turning inside, off the glass. That's Penny Hardaway.
You know, we got Penny back tonight, and I mean, it just helped out tremendously. I mean, we just, came out and got a big lift from him, been out there, and it just felt good.
And back at home, the Magic fans gave their hero a warm welcome.
A standing ovation for Anthony Hardaway, who returns home for the first time.
And he made his presence felt.
Hardaway picks it away from Bryant. Now Penny leads a 3-on-1 break. Hardaway, stumps that baby home.
Penny Hardaway finished the game with 11 points and 9 assists.
Hardaway hits Derek Strong. Layup drop, baby, yes! Great pass. He has been huge.
But the most anticipated return was in Houston, where Akeem Olajuwon played for the first time in 34 games.
And here he comes. Listen to this crowd in Compaq Center. Back to Drexler. Mario on the drive. Back to Akeem. Akeem lays it up for two. Oh, boy, is this fun again?
I'm just very happy to be back on the floor. I feel very comfortable, and I'm so happy just to be back.
Now it's time for our viewer email. This week's question comes to us from Diego Laroche from Santiago, Chile. He wants to know if any player has ever won the MVP award for the All-Star Game, the regular season, and the finals in the same season. New York Knicks legend Willis Reed did it in 1970. And in 1996, it was Michael Jordan who led the Eastern Conference to victory in the All-Star Game. He carried the Bulls to the NBA's best regular season ever, and then guided his Chicago team to their 4th NBA championship.
He's a man of respect.
Principal Skinner?
Up yours, children. A man who makes his mother proud.
I don't like your tone.
But is he the man he claims to be?
Real name, NBA action. Now, we take a look at the international coverage of this year's All-Star Weekend. In the global game, the game was broadcast in nearly 200 countries.
Oh là 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 là, bonsoir messieurs, dames, c'est le 48e All-Star Game de Madison Square Garden.
Everyone was excited to cover the 48th All-Star Game.
Estamos en vivo desde el Madison Square Garden de New York, repleto como en sus mejores días para vivir el All-Star Game número 48.
While the games are broadcast in many different languages, most of the international broadcasters tried to maintain the flavor of the game by using American basketball terms like alley-oop and jam.
Basketball is a game of rhythm. It's almost an art, and if you convert everything into a foreign language, it loses some of it. So we try to maintain loyalty to our Hebrew language, which is what we have to broadcast in, but we also try to maintain the true character of the game.
And with this international coverage of NBA All-Star Weekend and the growing popularity of the game, Broadcasters such as the ones from the Dominican Republic seem to have a great time covering the games.
Este es el juego de estrellas de la NBA. 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 Adelante, dominicanos.
Yes, the NBA's popularity keeps growing. And with the expansion, more and more fans from all over the world now have a chance to watch and enjoy the greatest athletes play their favorite game, basketball.
Este juego con Kobe Bryant. ¿Va a tratar de donkear? Kobe Bryant!
Over here, there's an atmosphere that's very exciting, and it's very interesting because we don't have a chance to live in such an atmosphere related with basketball in Europe very much.
This is something that I think is every broadcaster's dream, especially a broadcaster with a big heart for basketball.
Cortó el equipo del oeste. Va rápido Jason Kidd. Tiene a Baker en el lateral derecho. ¡Alium! ¡Oh, no! ¡Ay, Dios! Espectáculo así.
This is my first, his second. And after seeing this one, I decided I'm going to every All-Star game as long as I live.
Welcome back to NBA action.
9.
Time for the top 10 plays from the first half of the season in our courtside countdown. At number 10, it's Miami Heat point guard Tim Hardaway.
Can he get a shot? Yes, he does! He did it! Tim Hardaway! Can you believe that, man?
Coming in at number 9, it's the San Antonio Spurs' Jaren Jackson.
Wow! Jaren Jackson got back and made the block possibly of the year.
At number 8, it's the LA Clippers' James Robinson.
Showtime for Robinson. The only question there is first class or coach.
Oh, brother.
Coming in at number 7, it's the Seattle Sonics' Dale Ellis.
Ellis.
Oh, my God. That's a great shot because that's luck.
At 6, it's Derek Fisher to Corey Blunt.
Fisher slams to the floor. Great no-look pass to Blunt. He dives out on the floor, gives the no-look, and the finish by Corey Blunt.
At number 5, here's the Sixers' Allen Iverson.
Wrap-around pass behind the back, underneath, great play.
That's Allen Iverson at his best. You get him in the open court, he is dangerous as he put a nice pass to his teammate.
At 4, the Bulls' Michael Jordan.
Jordan, crossover.
Slam. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Coming in at number 3, it's the Milwaukee Bucks' Terrell Brandon to the big dog, Glenn Robinson.
Brandon, drop it off. Robinson, winding up and throwing it down. No-look pass over the shoulder for Terrell Brandon, right to a streaking Glenn Robinson for the two-hand slammer.
Coming in at number 2, it's the Trailblazers' Alvin Williams.
Williams drives, falls down, for the bucket. As Alvin Williams drove right side, split the defenders, off balance, tripped up, spinning it off the glass, and the darn thing went right in.
And for the number 1 play of the first half of the season, it's the Suns' Danny Manning.
You won't see a better pass in your life.
That's all for this week. Remember, you can send your questions and comments to us at the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Jim Fagan for NBA Action. See you next week.